Hi flower friends, it's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, and before we get into this video, I just wanted to let you know that my fall bulb sale, the ranunculus, the anemones, that sale is live on my website. I did announce it earlier via an email blast, so if you're signed up for my email list, you already are aware. I also put it on Facebook and Instagram. I did sell out rather quickly of one variety, but I got a hold of my supplier and it's back in stock. I've got a hold of thousands more. Check this out. It's called Lavante Rosa anemone, and it's chef's kiss, amazing. I cannot wait to grow this. I've never seen this before. It's brand new. And as always, guys, free shipping on my website, US orders only. This is all I'm able to do right now. I don't have the permits to ship overseas or to Canada. If you are a US customer and you order more than $99, use the code FREESHIP100 or 100 free ship, they both work, for free shipping. Anyway, guys, thank you again for all of the support. I really appreciate it. It's how I'm able to do the renovations that I need to do here at the nursery by doing small sales like this. Anyway, into the video now. Hi flower friends, it's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, and I'm actually on the farm and I'm gonna cut some flowers today. And long story short, I'll get to the long story, but I'm running out of daylight. Long story short, we have had major catastrophes here on the farm this summer, including 18 straight days of cow damage. Yes, you heard me right, cow damage. Mosquitoes are out. I gotta get this done fast. So basically, most of my crops, 90% of my crops were destroyed this year by wildlife and agricultural life. Let's talk about deer, rabbits, and yes, cows. So the neighbor's cows, his name is Jim, and I will preface this by saying I hold no ill will against any of the animals or the neighbors involved in the crisis of my summer. This is one of my camera tools, and this is how I record a lot with my phone. So the neighbor's fence had some damage, and we had 18 straight days of cows trampling my flower fields. But no ill will, nothing like that. They basically trampled all of my flowers, and then the bunny rabbit that I had earlier in the summer ate the majority of my seedlings. So what they didn't touch, what still looks good, are all of the floret zinnias. They look amazing. I hope. I haven't come down here in about a week and a half to look at them. But I have floret zinnias, I have some giant red zinnias, and I have some salmon zinnias. But the mosquitoes are coming out and I'm running out of daylight. So let's go pick some zinnias and I'll show you what I do have. I have a couple of other crops that'll look okay. Hopefully some ageratum, but I do want to make up some bouquets for the Saturday at the shop. So let's go cut some zinnias, get out of these weeds, and get over there to the rows of flowers that I do have left. Okay. You are looking at basically the only row of flowers that I have left. Everything else has been trampled or eaten, and this has been a long disaster of a season, and I had enough to sustain my CSA. So I have 22 CSA members. I had enough flowers to sustain my CSA, but I didn't really have enough for the farmer's market, so I ended up not doing the farmer's market this summer. I did the first 3 weeks, and I stopped doing it. There are multiple reasons why I stopped doing that. Number one, the crowd at the farmer's market just wasn't a lot. We didn't have a lot of customers, so I wasn't making the sales that I needed to justify the time and energy really that it takes to be at a market. So unfortunately, I had to stop going to the market, and honestly, this is all I had anyway. This is one gorgeous row of zinnias, so let's get some close-up shots and cut some flowers. But I'll do a little spin move, guys. There's like nothing else. Okay, it's not true. See that yellow? That's a whole entire rudbeckia. I've got dianthus. This is some new veronica right here that I planted. It's actually blooming. I'll get some close-up shots of that. So there are some new perennial patches that I have established here. I don't know if you guys can hear me, if the microphone's picking me up. It's getting dark. So we've got some new stuff. I can see some ageratum. I told you guys before, my snapdragons had bud blast. They blasted. It was too hot, too early here, so my snapdragons were shot. I do have some gorgeous salmon-colored zinnias, though. The dahlias, it was, believe it or not, too wet for my dahlias. They rotted. So between the rabbits, the deer, the cows, and the rain, it's just, things were not lining up for Flower Hill Farm this year when it comes to cut flowers. I do see over the weeds, which I just, you know what? After 18 straight days of cows, like, I'm going to show you guys some clips of these cows. Like, it's no joke. It was kind of awful. But I stopped mowing in between the rows because I just got so defeated, so defeated. The hydrangeas kept me alive. I gotta be honest, they kept me living this summer. The smoke bushes look great. My perennials really saved my life. And I really sunk my heart and soul into the vegetable garden. So it was, you know, a shift of gears, if you will. Let's cut these zinnias. Let's stop talking about it and let's cut some. All right, I'm gonna shift to using some of this. Okay, so this, I started out with Victorian wedding, and some of them are past their prime. I'm just letting them go. I'm gonna try and collect some seeds, but like, look at that. Look at these. They're just so gorgeous. And these are young in the breeding phase. You're gonna have some sports, you're gonna have some crazy ones. So I did get a couple of oranges and a couple of yellows in the mix, but most, I mean, come on now. I'm gonna have to go down the line and show you guys these, and then I'll come back and cut. Let me get this weed out of here. It's driving me bonkers. Look at this Victorian wedding. That looks like the seed packet. This looks like the seed packet. And this, obviously, if I would have harvested like this earlier, it would have been fine, but I'm letting it go and seeing what happens. Okay, so we're gonna go down the, oh, look at this one over here. I'm gonna try and go slow. Look at that. I am gonna cut a whole bunch of these tonight. Not a ton, but these are the Victorian wedding. You see how they're on the smaller side. They're not huge. And I gotta be honest with you, I lost track of who is where. This might be some unicorn right here. This might be a unicorn mix. I kind of lost track of what was where. So this next variety, I believe, is, I'm gonna have to put it on the screen, guys, because I wrote it down and I don't have it in my brain bank right now. Okay, some of these are past their prime, but I'm gonna show you some of the really gorgeous ones that we have here. Look at this color. Look, oh my goodness, look at that. That is stunning. The mosquitoes are on my face. Mosquitoes are on my face. Some of these are obviously too far gone. Look at that. Now these ones are bigger. You can see how big they are. Wow. Okay, we're just gonna keep on going down the line. I think these ones are Dawn Creek Honey, Precious Metals. We've got all of them in here. Look at that. Look at that. And I have not sprayed these for bugs. I've done nothing. So they are pretty gorgeous, if I don't say so myself. Look at that. That is so pretty. They keep going. And look who's here. We have the red. These I will grow every single year. I'm obsessed with these. These are the last seeds that my grandfather, for me, I have not harvested in a while, and we were down to 36 degrees the other day, so this is a little bit of frost damage. We actually did have a very light frost, so that was really disappointing. So there's this patch of the giant reds, and then we get back into the Floret originals. Come on, guys, look how gorgeous they are. I really should have been cutting on these for a while. Hopefully if I cut some on them tonight, then, you know, by the end of next week, maybe I'll have a whole nother round. But they're just so gorgeous. And like I said, I am leaving some to go to seed and collecting them. Look how cool this one is. It's like yellow, but it has a really nice lavender center and almost like a lavender undertone as well. I think this might have come out of Precious Metals. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So this is what I'm gonna cut. Like I said, I'm only gonna cut maybe 3 dozen stems. I've got a couple people asking me for fresh cuts tomorrow at the shop. And so I am going to go ahead and make that happen. Oh, my other camera is still rolling way down there. Oh, the mosquitoes are surrounding me, guys. It's bad. So I'm gonna put the camera down, and I cannot believe the frost damage. I knew it. We were down to 36, which is like borderline, but that was 36 up at my house. Like my house is up there. So we were 36 up there. So we were a little bit colder down here. We definitely have some frost damage, unfortunately. But it looks like the majority of them are okay. And honestly, guys, in between these weeds, this ageratum looks fantastic. So I'm gonna cut some ageratum as well and put those with the zins and maybe some straw flowers, and that's about it. Okay. Like, I'm not even, I don't even have time to be embarrassed, guys. This is just what happens. So these were trampled so badly by the cows, but those are some of the Rudbeckia that I had planted this year. Believe it or not, some of the celosia that the rabbits ate came back, and it's harvestable. So I might cut some of this too. Okay, through the weeds, if you can see, there's some Dara in here. It's gorgeous. I am not going to cut any of this because I don't trust it not to be wimpy. Here are some of the salmon zinnias that I'm going to harvest from. It's getting dark, guys. My camera's having a hard time picking stuff up. This is some of the Veronica that I planted. These are the purple ones. You can see there's a pink one right here. Oh my gosh. These are perennial. This is going to be amazing. I've probably got, I would say at least a 50-foot row of Veronica planted here that I will let, overwinter and hopefully come back. And it's right next to the yarrow. Oh, here's another pink one. It's also right next to goldenrod and some Solidago. And down here, the white is shorter. It's blooming shorter this year. I didn't get this in the ground till July. I'm shocked actually to see any spikes at all. Wow. Sorry, wrong way. I'm trying to, well, this is as bright as it's gonna get on my camera. Wow, guys, this is super dark. I'm gonna have to maybe show you guys these in the morning after I'm done cutting them because it's after 8 o'clock here. These are some salmon zinnias. You just can't see them. Okay, I will show you guys what I cut in the morning, and we'll talk about the rest of the damage, and I'll show you some good cow footage after the break. Okay, I'm in my car. I just finished cutting. It's not a lot, it's a handful. There was more frost damage than I thought. I have enough for a couple bouquets, and I specifically have 2 people asking, so I'm not gonna post that I have flowers because then there'd be some disappointed people. So I'm just gonna do the 2 bouquets, which will be perfect. I probably have, anyway, I can't stress how defeating it has been and how, I'm not gonna lie, depressing it has been, and how just the lack of flowers, and like some people in my online community kind of complaining that I didn't have any cut flower content, and I just wasn't ready to share the devastation. And I was still reworking my business plans, and there's been a lot going on as far as just everything. There's just been a lot going on. So I'm finally ready to just share with you guys basically the depressive state of July and August that I have had. But I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of nice to take it easy. I was able to just harvest what I needed for my CSA bouquets. And this might be horrible lighting, and I apologize. And maybe I will not use this video and reuse the whole thing, but this is just me being authentic and real at 8:15 at night in my car in the middle of a weedy flower field that has been anything but prolific this year for me. So you guys want real, raw, authentic content, you're looking at it, folks. I've got mosquito bites on my elbows. I'm going to itch them right here on the door. This is real life. My flower season could probably be described as the worst in 6 years. And I have the most experience I've ever had. I know more than I have ever known. I am looked at in our flower community as a professional flower grower who knows what they're doing. But you can't control everything. You can't control the weather. You can't control the neighbor's cows. You can't control wildlife, but you can. And so I have some things that I need to do to bring the farm to full potential, because I'm not backing down. Oh my gosh, I forgot. My mirror has a light. It's like an automatic ring light. Look, here I am. So let's be honest. Should I start this whole thing over with? I'm not gonna, because that's not authentic. I'm not giving up on this. Yes, I have a nursery now, and there are multiple tiers to Flower Hill Farm. But this is how it all started, and this is not going anywhere. So I am not backing down from my flowers. We are actually going to go even harder next year, even harder. But we have a plan. We do have a plan. I am going to lay out our plan in an upcoming video of everything that we plan on doing. And the way that I sell my flowers is changing. It's changing. And maybe even some of you can get a hold of them, depending on where you are and depending on how well I figure this stuff out. But the way that I sell my flowers is changing. The way I grow my flowers is a little bit changing. And I'm just going to revamp some things and make it work for me, because right now it's not working for me. I have put hundreds of thousands of hours and dollars into this field, and you see it now, right? So this is year 6 for me. Going into year 7, we're going to make that our lucky number. Okay? Year 7 is going to be lucky number 7, and we are going to make it work. Anyway, I will talk to you guys when it's later and I can show you what I harvested, and I'll put together a couple bouquets. I mean, they're just going to be zinnia, and I cut some ageratum. That's all we're going to get here, folks. Okay, we'll see you in the morning. It's the next morning. It is 8:32. We opened up at 9 o'clock, and I honestly, guys, the mosquitoes were literally eating me alive. So these are the flowers that I picked for just the 2 bouquets that I'm making today. But check it out. I did grab a couple of stems of Veronica. Should have cut it earlier, but like I said, I hadn't been down there, and this is gonna be amazing. Veronica is, I think, something that's gonna come in real handy as a perennial over the next few years. You can see, like, this one, it shouldn't have been, like, this is starting to flop, so it really needed to have been picked probably a week ago. But this is the salmon Bonary Giants, and we've got the dark red Bonary Giants, and then this is a mixture of the florets in here. Let me give it a spin. These oranges grew in the salmon patch, so that was just one of those, like, wrong seed things. And then we've got some of these. Oh, look at that. The Victorian Wedding, I think, is my favorite because I have so many of these picture perfect ones in a variety of shades. They're just gorgeous. I really love them. Even that creamy white color. And then the ageratum. So this is just like super simple, guys. Super simple. The flowers this year were almost a complete bust. A lot of things kind of lining up to create the worst year in flowers. Hey, maybe that's a good title for my book, my first book. You see all these like flowery, delicious books of like, look how amazing my flowers are. My book would be called The Worst Year in Flowers. Anyway, I've got to get going. We've got a busy day ahead here at the shop. I am going to be selling mums out the wazoo today. So wish me luck. Thanks for sticking around, guys. We'll see you soon in my next video. Not sure if it's going to be the next. In a video coming up later this month, we will definitely talk about the future plans for the farm. See you soon. Forgot I said I'd make a bouquet. This is like obviously the most simple thing that I'm ever going to do bouquet wise. So I'm just gonna set everything out on the table. I'm gonna grab, I think I'm just gonna make like a floret bundle, and then I'll do the red ones separately, just to have a couple different options. We've got these. They're so pretty. This, I feel like this is golden hour. I'm really, really bad with where things are. And then we've got the Victorian Wedding ones. Did read that they're not going to be selling seeds until an undisclosed time. So people, when I post these on socials, everyone's saying, where do you get the seeds? Where can I get the seeds? That right now is unknown. So Erin with Floret is working on a whole bunch of different breeding varieties. So it doesn't look like the seeds are going to be available for next growing season, but I don't know about the one afterwards. So I don't have an answer for you about when these seeds are going to be available next. Honestly, that's kind of why I am letting some go to seed, so that I can try to maybe start my own for next year. But I did think ahead, I guess, a little bit, and I did not subconsciously, because I was not aware that she wasn't selling seeds this winter 2024 2025. I was unaware of that. So I just happened to not start all my seeds. So I have about 5 packets of florette zinnias that I have unopened that I will use to start next year. And then hopefully she'll have more for sale. I have a customer. All right, guys, I'm gonna whip this up. All of these colors together. Not particularly what I would choose to put together, but taking the reds out. Yeah, I like it better with just the oh yeah, we're putting the salmon ones in. Yeah, the reds stand alone. Oh, I love this now. Okay. So this is the salmons and the purples and the light pinks, and I love that much better. I'm gonna wrap this up and call it a day. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. This is my backyard. This is where I live. I do not have cows. Please go home. No? Okay, cool. Please enjoy. Oh, 7. And 1 has horns. There they are. In my driveway. There's my house. There are the cows. I don't dislike cows. In fact, I love cows. I'd love to have cows. But I don't have cows. And these guys are making a huge mess.